Today, we tell our scientists who changed the way we understand the universe, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity are about time, space, mass, movement, and gravity. He spent a lot of time thinking about the compass needle. It always pointed in the same direction to the north, and the boy was filled with wonder. His father and his uncle answered his questions that caused the needle to move. And he said later that he felt something hidden had to be behind it. Albert didn't like school. He said he felt as if he were in prison, especially math. His uncle told him to solve mathematical problems by pretending to be a policeman. He learned to love mathematics, and he thought about things such as what would happen if people could travel at the speed of light. Albert decided that he wanted to teach mathematics and physics, but he couldn't get a teaching job. The job was not demanding, so he had a lot of time to think about some of his scientific theory. He used his mind as a laboratory to test his idea. In one paper, he said that light travels both in waves and in particles suspended called the photon. In one paper, this idea is an important part of what is called the quantum theory. The atomic theory of matter was about the motion of small particles suspended in liquid or gas. The most important of Albert Einstein's theory published last year. He said the speed of light is always the same, almost 300,000 kilometers a second. By imagining an experiment with two spaceships, and a scientist was traveling each one, except for color, both spaceships are exactly alike. They begin their experiments at exactly the same moment. Each scientist could be correct because the passing of time is linked to the position of the observer. The idea was difficult to accept, yet other scientists did experiments to prove that Einstein's theory was correct. 10 years after, Albert Einstein described what he called general theory of relativity. This theory offered new ideas about gravity and the close relationship between matter and energy in 1905. He believed that matter and energy were different forms of the same thing. That was the basis of his famous. He believed that matter and energy were different forms of the same thing. That was the basis of his famous mathematical statement: E equals mc squared, and it's also led to the discovery of atomic energy. This seemed unbelievable, but in 1919, British scientists confirmed his theory was correct, so Albert immediately became famous around the world. The discovery led to the development of modern electronics, including radio and TV. Albert taught in Switzerland and Germany. He showed an inner joy when he was playing his violin or talking about his work. Students and friends said he had a way when he was playing. He had a way of explaining. Students and friends had said he had a way of explaining difficult ideas using images that were easy to understand. Albert Einstein, a post-war, he died in 1955 and he was 76 years old. Thank you for listening.